Stepping inside of this home, we are greeted with a large kind of a living room area. We do have hardwood floors in here, which is nice. The ceiling does have a little bit of a pitch to it, and we currently do still have the popcorn ceilings in this home. I think this home was built in 1999, so that fits that. This home does have some recessed kind of almost can lighting in this living room area, and then of course a ceiling fan. To the right of the front door, we do have a kind of a coat closet right here. Probably a place to put shoes down there, and then some more shelves up here. Make our way down and give y'all another look at this room. Okay. There are some areas where maybe some of the flooring, was resurfaced and some of it wasn't, because the wood looks to be the same wood, but I think that maybe this wood just wasn't resurfaced. Okay, to our right, we're gonna see we have a couple closets here. Another kind of a coat style closet right here. We do have a little damage in that piece in the floor, but moving forward, this closet has a couple shelves in it. Now stepping in here, this is going to be the first guest bedroom. Here we do have like a lighter gray carpet. It looks to be in fair shape. I don't see any, stains staining out. Kind of neat. This room is outfitted with a Coca-Cola ceiling fan, which is kind of cool. You also get 2 windows in here. And then there's also a closet with double sliding doors. Good amount of room in here. Let's see how these doors slide. And they work like a charm. Moving on. To our right, we are gonna have another hall closet. This is actually would be used as the linen closet for the bathroom next door. So lots of shelving in here. Now this is going to be the guest bathroom. We do have, looks to be tile floors in here. And then we do have it's a single vanity sink. And then we have a Formica countertops. The cabinets themselves, actually really nice quality wood. You could modernize those with a nice coat of paint and some handles to match, and they would look very nice. The toilet in here, it looks to be a comfort height toilet. We do have a little towel rack, a small window, and then of course here's the shower tub combo. We do currently have a aftermarket shower head installed, kind of the dual sprayers. If we make our way out of this bathroom, we're gonna see this is actually the attic access right there. Down on this side of the hall, we have the second guest bedroom. Again, we have that lightish gray colored carpet. Looks to be in good condition. This home doesn't have a Coca-Cola fan, but you do have a generally, it's kind of a modern looking ceiling fan. This closet has, you know, 2 sets of shelving in it. It has the tracks for the closet doors like the other one has, but the closet doors are currently not here. I'm not sure, you know, sometimes they have issues with coming off the tracks, so we'll see if we can find those through the rest of our showing. We do have 2 windows in this room as well. The blinds, these are mini blinds, and they don't match the blinds in the other guest bedroom. So now as we leave this hallway with the 2 guest bedrooms and the bathroom, we're gonna enter back into this living room space. Here we actually have the thermostat here on the wall. As we make our way through, we see that we actually have a wall that is placed right here to kind of divide the area. It could be your choice to, you know, open this room up a little bit more and actually, you know, cut this back to the wall, take away this, and then have this kind of meet up right there. But there's that. Here is where the kitchen table would go. We do have currently a hanging light fixture here. The floors in here are possibly hardwood as well. I think they're hardwood as well. They just don't match the woods that we've seen so far. Here's the kitchen. So in the kitchen, again, we see we have Formica countertops, which generally true to the 90s. The cabinets in here are, again, really great quality. Same, you know, kind of cabinets as the bathroom had. I think that, you know, with a fresh coat of paint and some, you know, handles to finish them off, they would, you know, come out very nice. We do have a double basin sink here with nice depth, and you actually have a little bit of a larger area over here, and then looks like a kind of aftermarket faucet head they've installed. We do have a window that overlooks the sink. I'm not sure how that slides, but either way, here's the backyard here. Okay. This home does look like it has a garbage disposal, which is nice. You have the control for that right there. Here we have a electric stove and oven. That's a Whirlpool. The microwave, stainless steel as well. It's a Samsung microwave. And then to our right, we have a stainless steel refrigerator. Nice depth on the fridge side, lots of shelves, and of course here's the freezer side. We have you know, the ice maker with the door, ice and water. Over here we have a Frigidaire stainless steel dishwasher. And then here we have the pantry. Lots of shelves here. Here's another view kind of this area. here. So first off, I'm going to take you into would be considered the third guest bedroom. This is where the garage would have been. So this is going to be a larger room because this was supposed to be a 2-car garage. Here we do have that lighter gray carpet as well, but in this room we do see some stains throughout, and then there's actually a little bit of an elevation change. If you can see this line, there's like a little bit of a little dip right here. This room, very high ceilings like a garage would have. We do have popcorn ceilings and recessed can lighting all around this room, and a very large ceiling fan. They did go ahead and put some nice molding and floor trim in this room. And we do have 3 large windows right here. This room is, much larger than the intended primary bedroom is. So you could, decide which room you wanted to designate as y'all's room. However, the bathroom is smaller than the primary bathroom, but, we do have a nice, vanity here. Seems to be like marble or granite countertop here. And then here we have some lighting, and then it looks like these open up. Medicine storage. We have a comfort height toilet right here. And then here is the shower tub combo. Okay. This room does currently have a floating shelf here. Looks like maybe they stored a TV there, because you do have a kind of a hole drilled here. So probably pull the power cord down. Here is where they have outfitted a closet. Let's see if we can find a light switch. So lots of shelving in here. It looks like we have kind of the vinyl plank flooring in here. I'm not sure. There's a possibility that this vinyl plank flooring continues throughout this whole room, but I'm not gonna start ripping that up. It's not, I can't really do that. Anyways, we do have a panel box, which, of course would generally be in the garage, but in this closet, it is nicely labeled, which is a good sign. I'm not sure if that has something to do with the air conditioning or hot water or anything, but here, let me get this light. So as we leave this room, which, could be the third guest bedroom or the primary bedroom, your choice. To our left, we actually have the washer and dryer room, laundry room. So we do have linoleum flooring in here. Here is the dryer exhaust tube, and of course hot water, cold water hookups, and our power plugs. We have some shelving here and some shelving here as well. Okay, as we step out of there, this is going to be the primary bedroom. I don't know if this door right here is original. I think it may have been added. Because you do have this door here, sliding glass door that goes to the backyard. And just looking at the layout of this room, generally you like a nice flow, and you have an outlet on either side of a bed. So we do have those outlets there, but without further ado, this looks like we have a lighter beige, kind of off-white carpet in here. Doesn't look like there's any visible staining. We see here where I think that this door was installed after fact. We do have possibly, there we go, maybe. So here's for the blinds, if I can focus. Camera's struggling, but so this you can pull up and down, so the blinds are actually into the door, and then somehow you're supposed to be able to open the blinds up. Anyways, moving forward, this is going to be what I would say would be the primary bathroom with the closet attached. So here we have linoleum flooring. We do have a large countertop with kind of, I guess, an area for vanity here. So I have the Formica countertops with single vanity here. To our left, we have the toilet. It's a comfort height toilet. We do have a little shelf above, and of course the fan right there. Across from that, we have the shower tub combo. Again, we have that aftermarket shower head that we saw in the first guest bathroom. Dual nozzle. The flooring in here looks to be the vinyl plank flooring, which is nice, again, durable, scratch resistant, water resistant, but don't recommend leaving larger amounts of water sitting here. So definitely, if you were, of course, bathing there, use a nice bath mat there. Next to the toilet, we have the linen closet. And then across from there, we have the closet for the primary bedroom. So there's a walk-in closet. We do have, this shelf that goes all the way across, and then, shelves on either side. Okay. Now let's make our way to the backyard.